Valkyries rout the Fever as Caitlin Clark struggles in her return from injury in Indianapolis. Veronica Burton had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Kayla Thornton added 18 points and 8 boards, and the Golden State Valkyries beat the Indiana Fever 80-61 on Wednesday to spoil Clark to just 10 points on 4 of 12 shooting, as the Fever scored their second fewest points of the season. Clark returned after missing the past 5 games with a left groin injury. The All-Star captain participated in practice Monday, the first time she'd done that since getting hurt on June 26. Golden State led 41-32 at halftime, and Kate Martin scored 5 consecutive points in the third for a 15-point lead. UNCASVILLE, Conn, Tina Charles set season highs with 29 points and 11 rebounds to help Connecticut end a 10-game losing streak with a victory over Seattle. Connecticut 3-16 for the first time since June 6. Charles made a baseline jumper with 5:36 left in the fourth quarter to give Connecticut its first lead of the game at 79-77. Charles also made 2 layups in 8 seconds following a steal by Sania Rivers for a 91-81 lead. The Sun pulled away by scoring 11 straight points late in the fourth. Charles finished 11 of 22 from the field for her 6th 20-point game of the season. J.C. Sheldon added 16 points and Bria Hartley had 15. Rivers scored all 11 of her points in the opening 5 minutes of the third. Skylar Diggins led Seattle 13-7 with 23 points and 7 assists. Midgen, Abby Williams added 21 points and Nneka Ogwumike had 12 points and 12 rebounds. Mercury 79, Lynx 71, Phoenix. Alyssa Thomas scored 12 of her career-high 29 points in the fourth quarter, and Phoenix closed on a 19-4 run to beat Minnesota. Thomas, who was coming off her 16th career triple-double on Monday, was 14 of 24 from the field to top her previous high of 28 points. This was half a mile. She also had 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Phoenix tied it at 69-71 before Thomas scored on back-to-back possessions to take a 75-71 lead. She scored 10 points during the Mercury's game-closing run. Dewana Bonner, Thomas's fiancée and former Connecticut Sun teammate, signed with Phoenix as a free agent on Tuesday and played her first game since June 10. Bonner, who spent the first 10 years of her career with the Mercury and helped them win titles in 2009 and 2014, finished with 7 points and 6 rebounds in 26 minutes. Monique Kawamakane added 13 points, and Sammy Whitcomb, coming off a career-high 36 points, scored 10 for Phoenix Saraja, right ankle and Kalia Kappa, right hamstring, for a second straight game. Courtney Williams led Minnesota 17-3 with 21 points. Nafia Collier added 18 points, and Bridget Carlton scored 10. Sky 87, Wings 76, Chicago. Rebecca Allen scored a season-high 27 points, including 5 three-pointers, and had 3 blocks to help Chicago beat short-handed Dallas. Angel Reese finished with 15 points and 11 rebounds, her 13th double-double this season. And Rachel Bainham had 11 points for Chicago, 6-13. Lee Ueru had 18 points and 10 rebounds for Dallas, 6-15. Rookie All-Star Paige Beckers added 17 points on 5 of 20 shooting. And J.J. Quinerly scored 16. A 6'7" Lai, who went into the game 4 of 8 shooting from three-point range this season, hit 4 of 7 from behind the arc. The crowd inside the Roaring Arena in Nashville was electric, buzzing with anticipation as Caitlin Clark made her way onto the court for warm-ups. Cameras flashed, children in Fever jerseys chanted her name. After missing 2 games with a lingering groin injury, the Indiana Fever star was finally back. But it wasn't the return anyone hoped for. The Golden State Valkyries, a young but surging expansion team, with something to prove, showed no mercy. From the opening tip, they came with purpose, pace, and pressure. And Clark, despite the heart of a warrior, looked like a shadow of her usual self. By the time the buzzer sounded, the scoreboard told a harsh truth. Valkyries 91, Fever 65. Yes. And Clark, just 8 points, 2 assists, and a visible struggle to find her rhythm. The first quarter was rough. Clark missed her first 3 shots, including a wide-open three-pointer she usually sinks in her sleep. Her cuts were hesitant, her explosiveness blunted. Every time she tried to turn the corner off a screen, a Valkyries defender was there, hips low, hands up, fully prepared. They weren't defending Caitlin Clark, the college icon. They were hunting Caitlin Clark, the injured pro. She's not moving right, one analyst noted on a national broadcast. She's still hurting. You can see it in how she lands, how she avoids contact. She's trying, but the body just isn't there yet. By halftime, Clark had only 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Meanwhile, Valkyries rookie sensation Nia Rivers was erupting, scoring 17 points with a fearless mix of pull-up jumpers and transition finishes. Rivers had circled this game the moment Clark's return was announced. She's the face of the league, Rivers told reporters earlier in the week. I respect her, but I'm not here to be polite. She wasn't. And Clark, though she never backed down, couldn't keep up. The Fever locker room at halftime was quiet. Too quiet. Aliyah Boston tried to rally the group. We've got to play like we know who we are. Clark looked down at her knees, wrapped in ice, even before the game ended. She wasn't just hurting physically. She was feeling it emotionally. The pressure, the pain, the expectation. She'd rush back. She knew it. The doctors had cleared her, yes, but her gut had hesitated, and now she was paying for it. Still, she got up, laced her shoes tighter, and walked back out with the same fire that made her a legend. She scored her first three-picture midway through the third. A deep step back that sent a ripple through the arena. The Fever bench leapt to their feet, shouting with joy. It was a spark, but just a spark. Seconds later, Rivers answered with a dagger of her own and pointed at the floor as if to say, "This is my house now." By the fourth quarter, the game was out of reach. The Valkyries, led by 20, then 25, then nearly 30, as the Fever unraveled. Missed rotations, rushed defense, careless fouls. Clark was pulled with 4 minutes left, pain visible in her gait and in her eyes. After the game, Clark sat in front of the microphones, wrapped in her hoodie and still wearing her sneakers, dirtied from a night she'd probably rather forget. "It's tough," she admitted. "I don't like letting my team down. I don't like not being able to be who I know I am. But I came back because I wanted to fight. I wanted to try." A reporter asked if she thought she returned too soon. Clark paused. "Maybe. But if I had to do it again, I'd probably still come back. That's who I am. I'm not built to sit and watch." Her coach, Christy Sides, defended her fiercely. "Caitlin has the heart of a lion. She's out there battling when most wouldn't even suit up. She's going to be fine. We've just got to weather the storm." The storm, though, is relentless. And the WNBA isn't kind to rookies, especially not to ones carrying a league's future on their shoulders. And when you're injured, vulnerable, and visibly human, the wolves circle faster. Social media, ever the double-edged sword, exploded. Some fans were quick to pounce. "She's overrated. She's not the same player. She needs to sit out until she's fully healthy." But louder and more powerful were the voices who stood by her. "She's still our girl," one young fan tweeted, posting a photo of her holding a 22-strong sign. Another user wrote, "This is what makes her special. The grit, the fight, the willingness to fall and get up anyway." Even Nia Rivers, her on-court rival that night, posted a message. "Much respect to @Caitlin Clark 22. We go hard because we want greatness out of each other.